This is a public service announcement. Before you buy the Nike and Sacai blazer, please invest in one of these, because without it, you can't put the damn shoe on. What's up, everybody? It is Lawrence again, and today we have one of the coolest shoes to be designed in 2019. If you are not aware, Nike has done a phenomenal job over the last 6 months, probably even close to the last year, in really focusing in on bringing high fashion collaborations with their classic silhouettes. Today we have the Sacai blazer. So for those who don't know, the Sacai blazer is based on a Japanese streetwear brand called Sacai. Sacai is known for mainly kind of really mixing and matching different types of structures and things like that, mixing different elements from different types of clothing into one piece, and obviously it does a lot of that over here. But without further ado, let's get into the review, and we'll start with the upper like we always do. So the upper is composed mainly of a black leather. I'm actually surprised that they actually use nice leather quality on this, because for the same type of high quality shoe that the off-white blazer is, it doesn't have this quality of a leather. So I'm really excited about the fact, and I think it's going to actually break in really, really well, that there is a baby blue, or legend blue is how they call it. This is actually taken from the Dunk High and not the blazer. So it's got the Dunk High lacing patterning over here for an overlay, and that's done in also a very similar leather from what I can tell. It's just as supple. And then you have two Nike swooshes, one done in that legend blue, and then finally a white swoosh that's overlaid on top of that one. So there's definitely two swooshes that kind of come together. And then going over to the front of the shoe, which I think is actually really sick. If you look at the very front of the shoe, it's made out of the blazer, but you can see that there are parts of the blazer midsole that's usually wrapped around the vulcanized piece that is overlaid on top of each other. So over here I can count basically almost like two pieces overlaid on top of each other. Then going to the back, you have an insane amount of actual layers of the midsole. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's actually 5 different pieces that are kind of fused together over here, done with probably just some type of mold or something like that. But it looks really, really cool. And look at how high that is. It actually goes almost to the way to the top. I think when you add the almost like quint stacked sole on the back over here, double stacked sole over here, kind of overlays of the sole over here with the double swooshes, the addition of the Nike the Nike Dunk lacing over there, it looks really, really cool. But going to the top of the shoe, you have double laces. So it's not two colors on the same lace, it's actually literally double laces. It's basically like stitched together in terms of you passing through 2 eyelets through the same hole. I think it's really, really cool. There are other laces that come with the shoe. So there is a blue color that matches the legend blue, and a creamy-ish color. There is the double tongue on the very top, which the first one is a Nike symbol only. Yeah, this one is thicker than the back one. Overall, this is actually less thick than your typical tongue, so the two pieces are relatively thin compared to your normal tongue. The bottom one over here has a Nike Sacai on it, and this one's a little thinner, as you can tell when you're just comparing the tops. These are definitely unfinished tongues, which I think is kind of cool. And on the back of each of these, it says Nike Sacai. Finally, moving to the back piece of the shoe, which is the last element here, there is a legend blue pull tab here, and on the back of the shoe, it also has the Nike Sacai logo. So what are my thoughts on this shoe? People are either going to love this shoe or absolutely hate it. This is definitely, I would say, a high fashion shoe. If you take off the Nike symbols on top of it, let's just say you put a stripe on it instead, or just kind of anything else that's not the Nike stripe, this shoe would be on the runway for $800 to $1,000. I could see this being an extremely, extremely coveted shoe in the fashion world, but because it's Nike only, at retail it's only $100 and I think $40 or $60. I don't actually remember because I paid resale for these. Unfortunately, I was struck out on every single freaking platform out there, and I really tried hard to get any pair of the Sacais, whether it be the LDV waffle or the blazers. but I paid resale for these. These came really, really quickly. I think StockX was able to actually get these in my hands within like 3 days. But I can see that it's really, really hard to wear for most people. That's actually why I picked this color. The snow beach color is really sick, which you can see over here. I decided not to get it just because this is definitely an easier shoe to wear. It definitely fits in with the blues and blacks that I typically wear, and just blues and blacks in general are much easier to wear. From a comfort level perspective, these are not comfortable by any means. They're not as honestly as chunky as I thought. I thought this would be actually really, really uncomfortable. The only thing that I would say, and definitely be careful about this, is the fact that it is freaking impossible to get on. You definitely need a shoehorn. A shoehorn is going to be your friend when it comes down to the shoe. Size-wise, I simply went true to size. The thing with true to size is, specific for blazers, they run long and narrow for me, so even though I went true to size, it's still a little longer than I would expect or want. But if I go half size down, I have this huge problem with the width of the shoe, so I go true to size. And I don't really have extremely wide feet. I'd say a little wide, but not super wide. So I definitely take that in consideration. I would recommend true to size for most people. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions on this specific pair, let me know in the comments below. Would absolutely love if you guys hit the subscribe button or the like button if you like this video. And until next time, this is the Nike Blazer Sacai, done in a legend blue colorway. Peace.